Good morning. I'm so grateful to be here this morning and the moment everything changed for me. This is my topic for today. I'm going to share with you my moment when everything changed for me. There's some moments in our life where we think, yeah, everything is excited. We are excited of taking more working hours because we overtime money, we get the money, but we get the money. Yes, the money is good. We're able to buy things for our children. We're able to buy things for our own selves, able to support someone else, the relatives, or else if you're sick, you can be able to access medical attention because you have the funds. But you know what? I realized that that is not all that I needed. I realized that there's something more that I needed, more than the money, and that is freedom. Freedom to choose when to do and what to do that what you want. And also that freedom that I desired, I realized that I can start building it step by step. I can start wherever I am, even if in my busy schedule, I can still be able to do something to change the future. I can't change the past, of course, that has remained, but it has made me learn lessons. But I realized that I can do more. There are some things that I can do step by step, starting to plant, like planting a seed for the freedom that I desire. And that was the moment when I got this online business that I was able to know that, you know what, you can be able to you can be able to work your full-time job and be able to do a part-time business at the side and grow the business slowly but slowly, and it will take you to that freedom. That moment changed my life because I used to think that, oh, I am working because I was working back then in my country and I was working full time, and I was so excited when we were given overtime, and I do the excitement, but I lost my time to connect with my family. I lost the time that I could have done something for my own self, relax, and reignite my energy. And I forgot about that. But that was something that when my life changed was one day I was I went for a leave for 1 week leave. My kids were staying in another country in East Africa, in Uganda, and I was in South Sudan. And that time, my youngest daughter asked me that, Mom, how much can I pay you so that you can be able to stay with me? That moment changed my life. I asked myself a million questions. Is there any way out that I can do something so that I can be able to change this situation? I started thinking, but never came in my mind. Now I am working. How can I be able to do that? You see, there are moments where our mind is fixed and we thought that is it, that is life, and it is just like that. But as I keep asking myself and looking out for ways, of course, I was in South Sudan and things were very hard. I didn't have electricity in my house. I had solar, and the solar sometimes goes off when there's rain, and we don't have internet in the house. Things were very hard. It was very difficult situation, but where there is a will, there will always be a way out. So slowly but slowly they started introducing this modem internet. I bought this modem, so I had a little bit internet, though not very stable. I had that internet in my house, and then slowly my solar, I increased my solar work, so that it became more stronger. Even if there's rain, I still have light. I still have the possibility to charge my laptop, and only charge 2 laptops only. Can't charge more than that. And if it is more than that, it won't work well. The lights will go off, or it will not charge. There's so many things. But still, the desire for a change was growing bigger and bigger because I realized that it's possible, but I have to figure out how to do it. I have to figure out what to do to make it come to reality. So I got this online business, and it says you can do it even if you're working. And the other thing I did not have, because I was so excited when I got this business, and so many things happened that in the business I was watching the webinar, and everything that I was getting there was all that I needed. But you know what? I did not have a MasterCard to join because you have to pay online. And I have my mother I have ATM. I had ATM card that I was not able to pay. The struggle is real, but if you really have your heart in something, if you really desire something, believe me, you always get it. I just had ATM. That ATM cannot pay international. It was just for withdrawing money. I have to go to the ATM machine and withdraw, but I could not pay things online. I kept struggling, watching the webinars, excited, but how can I join? That was when already I knew that there is a possibility of a change, that I could change my situation. And slowly but slowly, something happened to the bank we were in, and then they started, "Hello, how are you?" "Hello, Caventus family, how are you?" Yeah, I started thinking that, yeah, there's a possibility, but I did not know how. I started looking out some banks. I was back then in South Sudan that could offer uh, a Mastercard or Visa card so I can be able to pay online. So I don't know, for some reason something happened at the place of work, and then they decided to change our bank. They decided to change the bank where we were, and they changed it to another bank, Eco Bank. And Eco Bank was one of the modern bank that is international, and it was able to introduce for us Visa card, and it was Visa card. Yeah, Visa card. We were able to have Visa card, and that was also another moment where I was able to pay things online. I was able to buy things online. It was one of the most exciting things. But all it started when my daughter asked me how much she could pay me to stay with me, and that provoked me to think, what can I do? But I was limited. So many things around me limited me, and but my desire for the change grew bigger and bigger, because I realized that the change that I really wanted was possible. So we got that Visa card, but I grew doubt again. I grew doubt. How sure are you, Sunday, that this thing is legitimate, is true? So I started doing my research, finding out how things, asking questions here and there, finding out from different platforms about the business, and realized that it is true. It is true. But in that process, as I was still hesitant, I was still doing my research and asking people whether I was worth to. Sometimes when the door has opened and you become the biggest enemy to yourself, that was me. I started asking people if they see me possible, able to do this business, uh, because I wanted their approval, but that didn't help me either, because most of them, I never had anyone who told me positive things, that Sunday the world is going online, and these online things, just to research about it and be sure it is working. Yeah, no one. Most of them were just saying, Sunday, that you can't do that. Your self-esteem is very low, and you're not this talkative person. You can't do that. Besides, our internet is very bad, and also there are a lot of scammers online. And I said, oh, true. I started believing them. But nothing changed at that period, when I was still battling with my mindset and also trying to search for people's approval. Nothing changed for me. Everything remained the same. My desire for change, to have time with my kids, never came, because I did not take action. I was still meandering myself in people's expectation, my low self-esteem about myself. I was not able to make decisions for my own self. And that decision, it was very critical for my own self. No one else understood better than I am. So at that moment, so I was wrong going around to look for people's approval, asking them if I was worth to run the business. They never know detail about the business the way I knew it that time, because I did research, I asked questions, because whatever I said, I just say a little bit of it. Sometimes when you explain something to someone, there's that you just mention one word and that person just conclude. They don't know details about how far you have gone with your research about it. So they say, no, it is not possible, South Sudan, or it won't happen. But already I knew that change is possible. That was the most important seed in my heart, that I knew that change is possible. Whatever that I needed is possible. So I was battling with my self-esteem and looking for approval, but already the knowledge of knowing that change is possible, and it's possible for me and for everyone else, was already intact in my mind. So I was just to overcome myself, my fear of the unknown, the fear of my skills that I did not have. But one thing that I got also, that you don't need to have skills. So that was a long take. You don't have to have skills of working online to start the business, because you'll be trained. There is mentorship. That was an excellent thing that I really love, because I am good in guidance. If someone is there to guide me, I am good in taking instruction and applying it. So that was one thing that was a big tick for me. So though I was still hesitant about how can I do this, my English is not that good and I don't have good grammar. So I was still battling with that, but I already knew that so many people. And one day that I watched one of the webinar, there was someone who never knew how to post online, never posted once. Her grandson posted for her first picture on Facebook. And she started this business. She was 80 years that time. Jesus said, why am I limiting myself? And before I was still battling that, I was still doing that. I lost my job. That was a big eye opener. That was a big eye opener for me. When I was now without job, I was staying at home. That was when regret came in. Why did I not start? Why did I waste my time asking people? Why did I knew already change is possible. I could have started by this time. I could have been somewhere. I started blaming myself. But you know what? Blaming myself never helped me either. I say, Sunday, go to your email straight away and go and find more information, and if there's still a possibility for you to start. Because I already had the MasterCard, the Visa card, and the best thing, I was already in Uganda. I reunited with my family, and in Uganda we have electricity better than where I was in South Sudan, and we had internet. There's this possibility for this internet that we can buy for the house. So I say, okay, I can do that. There is this MTN, they call it MTN broadband or something like that. But first I bought Airtel, I think. I bought Airtel. So they said that was the best one. So I started making that drastic change in my life. I said, I have to make this possible. So the first thing, I went to my emails, reached back, can I be able to start the business again? And they said, yes, you can start. I paid the 149. I was given the 8 videos for me to understand more deeper about the business. And then I took step of setting up my mini office in my son's room. Change. If you're not already tired of being tired, you can take that move. That already, there is nothing that could really block me. There was nothing that would shut me down. No one's words of saying, Sunday, you can't do this, will ever stop me, because they have seen people who never knew how to post online did this business and they were so successful. So I said to myself, yeah, this is the opportunity. Though I lost the precious moment, I can still start anywhere. It's not the end, and I have to take this to the next level. So I bought this internet, Airtel broadband in the house. I paid and then connected it. I have electricity in the house. I had my laptop. Before I lost my job, there was one of my Swedish colleague. We were working together, and he's a military guy, and I gave him my money to buy for me a laptop from Switzerland. And when he buys from with his military things, and then they pay discount. They buy in a small price. So I gave him $400 and he bought for me a laptop. That was very good at that time. So I had my laptop. I now have internet. I have electricity. So what next? I started straight away. I had my savings that when I was working, I had my savings. So I started my business. Oh my God. I was so blown away, because the thing that first I started with from the training was the mindset. I really regretted why I wasted too much of my time. But I said that was a journey, because in my family, in my community, no one had something working online. I had no reference to go to that, because so and so is working online, so I can. it's like I am paving a brand new way. Completely. Even so many people never believed me when I started. They don't understand. They did not understand. But I kept on moving because I understood what I was doing. I kept doing because what they did not understand. Because also there was this myth that people who just do things online, these are people who don't have they don't know what to do, and these are not good people. And besides, I was also a leader in the church. That was another blow to me. But I already knew what I was doing, what I was involved in is something that is life changing, is something because I started sharing inspiration. I started going dancing online. I became so crazy going dancing in the. We had a little bit of bush just near my house there in Kampala, and we could just go and make some videos there with my kids. We could go live. We could do. I became so crazy. Like, oh my God, it is so sweet here. That was the moment of change. I just, that moment when you have like locked yourself somewhere and a little while you see that things are working. There's a light outside there. You realize that, oh my God, I was in darkness. There is light here. Things are working. There's possibility of changing life here. So even though you're working, you can still do this. So I started running the business slowly but slowly, and my target was Africa because my heart grew big. I said, African must know about this business. I wanted to more of my African mothers because my heart was for mothers because I am a mother of 4 and I truly understand the pain of not having time with your kids, with your own self. Sometimes you have the money, but having time and money at the same time is something rare, even in all over the world. It's something that is rare. If you get it, really get hold of it. So I started advertising in African countries. So I started getting business partners from Malawi, from Liberia, from Namibia, from Kenya, from Uganda, from South Sudan. Oh my God! I must make this revolution. I was so excited doing this, and by then, before I was working and I was studying, but because when I lost my job, money was not already enough, so I put the study on hold, and that was also period for COVID, and business started working slowly, and I said, no, I have to finish my education. I have to finish. So the returns that I get from the business, I started going back to school and complete. I was remaining with 1 semester. Guess what happened? I completed my study of my degree. I completed and graduated. Oh my God. And kept learning skills. I kept learning. I kept improving. My mindset kept improving. I became more open person. I became more positive. I became more resilient. I became someone who really desire action, change. And I became so much inspirational to many because so many people who watch me online, they could send me message, thank you for changing my life, thank you. Others could really ask, others are going through some trouble because I am kind like just counseling. I love to really share inspiration for people who go through difficult moments because I really understood what it is like to be in a difficult situation. So I could inspire them, maybe have a call, a chat, even though they were not for the business, but I just want everyone to be happy to find themselves, to realize themselves, and to align themselves to what God has destined for them. So I started doing live. Sometimes my camera was very bad. The internet was bad. I bought this web camera, which was not good because my computer camera was not good. I could use my phone camera. People criticize me. Sunday, this is like 19000 camera, whatever. But I never mind. You know what? If you're just like drunk with joy, that knowing that possibility of change that you want is possible. If there was nothing that could change me, however, what they say about my camera, because I knew that this story is not going to end like that. There is going to be a change. There is going to be I want to reach at the end of that tunnel where the light is. So I just continued. I never gave up. Even when I started my process of moving to Australia, I just slow a little bit, but I never gave up. I kept posting, I kept going live, I kept doing, and there was a moment where, because also this, the returns that we get from the business was also the same thing we use for paying children in school. It was also the same thing we use for now for feeding. So money became scarce again. I was not able to run advertisement the way I wanted to. But the thing is that I have the training. If I get the possibility of getting internet, I just go and learn from the business. I learned skill. I became like my life depended on the business. I was that time I stopped getting results, but I was learning. I never stopped learning. I never stopped. It was like I was just told to do it and someone is monitoring me. My husband could say, why are you so obsessed with this business like this? And I became so much obsessed with this online business that even though that's a moment when I was not getting results, I kept on. Do you know what happened? I gained knowledge. I gained the skills of marketing, running advertisements, running campaigns. I learned to run campaigns on Facebook. I learned to run campaigns on YouTube, on Google. I started learning. I started learning LinkedIn. I ran some ad on LinkedIn. I did how to get more connections on LinkedIn using the LinkedIn helper. I did a lot of things on this social media. I said, this social media, I am for you. I will do this. I want to learn until I became so obsessed with the digitalization and the change. And then also I became so obsessed with the word of God because I wanted to know what God is saying and what is the digitalization that is happening. Is it something that really, I was so much into it, and up to now, that desire never changed. That desire for really learning more about these online things, it never changed. Do you know what happened? I gained those skills, and when I moved to Australia, I was still 3 months and something, some days, I got a job. Tomorrow, I am making 1 year and 4 months in Australia, and I was also making 1 year. I already 1 year and 4 months, but tomorrow I am making 1 year in my job that I got with the skills that I got from this online business. I never knew these things before. I never knew how to do graphics. I never knew how to run campaigns. I never knew how to post things, but I learned in that process, in that moment when I became so obsessed. Now I am working full time in Australia, and I am also running my business at the side, helping people. Just right now, I have a business partner from Melbourne that I'm also helping run the business. I have my previous business partners. I have people who are just on the way getting started. There are so many people who are still learning, asking questions. You know, change is possible. It starts by that one moment when you realize that that change you needed is possible. And that's everything you needed. I don't know what is the thing that is obstructing you today. What is that one thing that is really letting you limit yourself? I was limited by people's opinions. I was limited by my own low self-esteem. I was limited by my own self-critic because I was criticizing myself that I was not able. But you know what? There is that room for learning. If you give yourself that grace to learn, things become possible. So now I am more excited because I am running my business. I am working full time. I'm helping my family. And I have seen that the future is bright. Is bright. So I am helping busy parents who wanted extra stream of income, not just extra, and wanted freedom for time and freedom for finances. I am helping them. And if you're one of them, or maybe you know one parent who is going through that struggle, let her or him know that change is possible. Connect that person with me, or maybe share this video with that person, because however deepest your problem is, you can change. And I just want to inspire someone to tell to someone that you're not defined by what you go through. Sometimes change it's a long road, but do you know what? If you never give up, change is possible. That change you desire is possible. However long it takes, if you never give up, if you do not lose focus, it is possible and you can achieve it. Now, my dreams change. My dreams were small, but now I have bigger dreams that even scares me, and I know that it's possible because the dream of just starting the business was something that was unimaginable. Starting a global online business, it was not possible for me because, first of all, I did not have the means of payment. I did not have the Visa card. We did not have it. We did not have it. We just had ATM card. Not possible to pay with ATM card, and they do not like transfers that moment. And then I did not have internet in my house. I did not have electricity in my house. Things were difficult. But do you know, if you have that desire in your heart, that picture for change in your heart, change is possible. So never let any situation of any kind to let you limit yourself from that change that you desire, that dream that you have. It is valid, however big it is, however scary it looks like. You're asking yourself, how can I make it? First of all, how did it come into your mind? If it is not possible, how did it come into your mind? Everything that God put in your heart, your dream, it's given to you by God. It is possible for you to make it. It's not your work to know how to do it, but just let yourself through the process, one step at a time. Then you can see how far I came from with no Visa card, no payment, no internet, no electricity, no one, but see what has happened. Now I am able to go. I have electricity now in my house. I have internet 24/7. I have a better camera. I am looking forward to make a big studio for myself. This live stream, I will not stop making them because this is the foundation of the change that I desired. So I am looking forward to make a big studio that with good camera setting, with what it is possible, guys. There is nothing that is impossible. So if I was able to come from that moment when I did not have electricity, no internet, no means of payment, no nothing, and no one to look into that, okay, this one so and so did it, so let me go to that person and ask. There was no one. There was no one. Even up to now, still, there is no one in my family, in my community doing something online that I could go and refer to. No. I think now, if someone from my community, from my family wanted to do something online, they can come to me and I am willing to help, most especially the youth. I am even mothers. I am willing to help them figure out. There are some people who came to me when I was back in South Sudan, asked me, Sandra, how do you do the live stream? And I told them how to do a live stream through StreamYard, how to go live on Facebook Live. I teach them with no expectation of something, because I know that, the online is where the market is also where we can influence a lot of people, that you can be able to reach a lot of people with the positive mindset. And I was helping people, but now they have someone that they can refer to, and that's me. And I am so happy that I stayed despite the challenges, despite not having good camera, despite not having good internet. Sometimes when I was live, sometimes in Uganda, when I was going live, the light because also the electricity was not stable. It could go off in the middle of my live stream when I was live, because I will also interview people from different parts of the world. I have business partners from Canada, from US, from other African countries. Sometimes I go live with them. And the embarrassment that the electricity could do, it just go off. It just go off. But that could not limit me. There was a day that we gathered candles, and we put just near the camera. My kids were holding for me as I complete the show. And that I realized, okay, I need to buy this light. There was this light that is chargeable. You can charge when the electricity is on, and in case the power went off, I could just put that on. It was not that fancy, but it was making me push to finish what I really want. I never care what was in along the way, what people say, but I kept going. I wish Facebook did not come with this thing where they delete live stream, because those live streams were just on this page. You could go back to my page and find out. But now the Facebook delete the live stream, so now I don't have access to, and and downloading them take a larger space. So that is also another thing I'm looking forward for, big storage, so I can be able to save all the live streams, because they are history, they are landmarks of where I came from and where I'm going. I'm going to have a very big studio, because this one is just the seed of that desire. When I knew that change is possible, when something changed in my heart and changed my mind and changed that all that I need is possible. So I just want to inspire you this Monday morning. We are already in the middle of December, that all things are possible to those who believe. If you believe, it's possible. And I was just so obsessed with this online. And up to now, that obsession did not change, because I still desire to learn. I am learning every day. I have my business community where I learn. I have my accountability partners. We have our tribe where we learn, where we hold each other accountable to. And this live stream, I'm going to be live every single day. This live stream, someone is accountable to me that Sunday, hey, did you do your live stream today? Yeah, I have to do it. I have to do it, because all of us who, if you need change, and you meet those people who need change, you become accountable to one another. And that's one amazing thing that I love with my business, with this business model. You get accountability partners sometimes, because laziness can come in and say, oh, after all, it's my business and I'm the CEO, I'm the one who decides. But if you have someone who is accountable to you, asking you, hey, Sunday, did you do your go live today? How many people did you reach? Did you run your advertisement? Did you do this and that? That alone gives you the push, and you realize, oh my God, if I don't do this, they're going to ask me. So I don't want to embarrass myself. Let me keep doing it. And that takes that procrastination out. It takes that laziness out. It takes that limited mindset, where when you reach that point where you say, oh, I think it will not work for me, because it will work if you give yourself grace to keep it, do it over and over and over and over again. I think I need to share my story on my journey of starting this online business, because God has brought me from so far. And this online business now give me, I'm so grateful for my work that I do and my place of work, because I'm able to now run the business. I am a student. I'm studying. I just completed, just need to sit for exams, and that will be it. I will graduate. I'll be certified. I'll be a certified coach. So that is all from the results of this online business and getting a job and getting paid from my job. So now how I invested the little that I have. Sometimes you want to wait until things are perfect. You want to wait, oh, I don't have money. Who told you don't have money? That little that you have, it is a seed in your hand. You can invest it. And if you're in Australia and you want to start this business and there's no way you can start, there is always a way. If you really, truly wanted that change, there's a way. And if you want to connect, you want to start the journey to your freedom of having time for your own self to decide to do what you want to do when you want to do, freedom for finances where you're not limited, because Africans, we represent our own families, ourselves, and there are millions of people behind that need support from us. So that one, of course, you don't help everyone, but at least maybe there is some critical situation where someone is sick, because you need to send something, so you don't have to really crack yourself. And that you need, it is very possible. Reach out to me if you wanted to know more about this online business, and comment below this video more info, and I'll be more than happy to send you our blueprint video training free of charge. It is for you to help you understand this business model and help you to know what to do, when to do, and what not to do, because sometimes you think, I'm not a tax savvy, how can I do this? You don't need to have those technical skills. If you know how to type on your laptop or even on your phone, there's someone who does not have a laptop right now, and I'm mentoring that person. Yesterday, we finished launching her website, so we're just waiting for testing, and then we launched her business page from a phone, from just a smartphone, just like this one, a smartphone. We are able to do her website. We are able to build her business page. Today we are going to make her TikTok, because she loves TikTok. We are going to do a TikTok business page. So it is possible, even with the smartphone. And you can grow from the smartphone. You can buy yourself either a tablet or a laptop. Change is possible. It doesn't matter how small you have. That small thing you have, grow it, invest in it. Everything is an asset in your hand. If you're able to invest, if you're able to change, the biggest change that you need is just the mindset, and everything will be possible for you. So I'm so grateful for you. I'm preparing to go for work. So every day I'll be coming live before going for work and after work, because I have topics I need to share, and there's someone who is accountable, and I'm also accountable to someone else. Because if you need change is possible, but sometimes our bodies is not ready to do what we need to do, but we have to train ourselves over and over and over again. Repetition, doing things over and over, and then you build confidence. I was not this confident, though now I'm not so much confident, but if you knew how low self-esteem I was, how I started going live, my body was shaking and I couldn't speak the words I want to speak. This is a journey, guys, and I'm so humble and grateful for this moment. Thank you, guys, for all who watch this show. Thank you for those ones who will be watching the replay. God bless you, and I hope that you get inspired and nothing limits you. That this will be a message for you, that nothing will limit you. There is no limitation. You are the biggest limitation to yourself. But when you overcome yourself, so many things are possible. So let's get started. Connect with me if you are interested in this business, or if you know someone who wanted that freedom to have more time and also income at the same time. It's a journey. You don't have to say that Rome is not built in one day. But there is the changes that there are people who start the business and get results so fast because their mindset is. There are also those ones who take long. So every way is still special to you. What matters is that you don't give up, you reach there. So let's get started. Let's do this, and let's get that dream that you have come into reality. God bless you. Have a beautiful week. Have a beautiful Monday. May God give you grace, protection, and prosper the works of your hand. May you grow from grace to abundance. So I'm so grateful for that. And God bless you, and see you again this evening. Bye.